Good day, students! As per agreement, ang topic na atin ang tatalakayin ay about problem solving. And we all know that in solving problems, there are different methods or approaches na maaaring gamitin ng isang problem solver basically to solve the problem. And working backwards is one of the methods or approaches na maaaring ninyong gamitin. So before we use that, let us discuss first some key points of the said method. 1. This approach, student, you, the problem solvers, will start at the end and work toward the beginning. Next, the method works well for problems where a series of operations is done on an unknown number and you're only given the result. Now, students, to use this method, you have to start with the result and apply the operations in reverse order until you find the starting number. Listen, further explanation of the statements that I read will be given to you during the online session. Now, students, let us realize these definitions in this problem. Let me read first the problem. So, one night, Tatay Gary could not sleep. He went to the kitchen where he found a jar full of cookies. Being hungry, he ate 7 cookies. Later that same night, Mama Ampe could not sleep and she was hungry as well. She found the jar and took 1/5 of what Tatay Gary had left in the jar. Still later, Skip went to the kitchen and ate 1/3 of the remaining cookies. Even later, Luli ate 1/4 of what her elder brother had left. And finally, Uchi, the youngest, ate 1/2 cookies of what her elder sister had left, and there were only 6 cookies left in the jar. Now, katulad ng ibang problem na nasuki na, you have to look for some hint na present dito sa problem. And I'm talking about these students. So, tingnan ninyo kung ano ang relasyon kung bakit parehas ang kulay ni Tatay Gary and 7, Mama Ampe and 1/5, and so on and so forth. Remember that at the end of the problem, it is stated that there were only 6 cookies left in the jar. So at this point, let us now apply the working backwards approach. Once again, this is the problem, and to solve that problem, we have to convert or translate the problem into a mathematical sentence. I just hope na you are translating it to the mathematical sentence. Okay, and the mathematical sentence of that, student, hoping na parehas tayo, is this. Okay, para saan ang unang blank? The first blank ay para tuon sa original number of cookies in the jar bago pa ito makita ni Tatay Gary. Nakuha? So, from the unknown original number of cookies, Tatay Gary ate 7. So, that is why we subtracted 7 from the unknown number. And since a number 7 subtracted to unknown, magkakaroon tayo ng partial initial result. Then, since si Mama Ambe, kinain niya yung 1/5 nung tira ni Tatay Gary, so basically, from the unknown result dito, i-multiply natin siya sa 4/5 kasi nga, yung 1/5 ang kinain ni Mama Ambe. So, may natitira pang 4/5 of cookies in the jar. At yung tirang yun naman yung nakita ni Skip kung saan 1/3 of that ang kanyang kinain. So, that is why we multiply the unknown number of cookies, still, unknown number of cookies, dun sa remaining cookies after makain ni Skip ang 1/3, which is 2/3. So, magkakaroon tayo ng another unknown result. And that unknown result, ayun namang laman ng jar nung makita ito ni Luli. Since kinain niya yung 1/4, may natitira pang 3/4 doon sa jar nung makita naman ito ni, nahuli ang aking pag-press. So, may natitira pang unknown number dito ng cookies nung makita ito ni Uchi kung saan 1/2 ang kanyang kinain. Kaya, mayroon na lang natitira as per stated in the problem na 6 pang cookies doon sa jar. So, ang sabi nga, kailangan nating mag-work backwards starting from the result from 6 hanggang sa ma-reveal natin kung ilan yung original number of cookies at first. So, let us start applying the working backwards approach. Once again, from our mathematical sentence, since working backward, mag-i-start tayo sa 6, so that means mag-start tayo from right to left. And since ang sabi ay reverse of the given operation, since yung 6 ay nakuha from multiplication, magkakaroon tayo ng 6 divided by 1/2. And we all know that in dividing fractions, we have to get the reciprocal of the divisor, which is 1/2, and we need to proceed to multiplication. So therefore, yung given natin na 6 divided by 1/2 ay naging 6 times 2 over 1, which is equivalent to 12. So therefore, may 12 doon or 12 pa ang laman ng jar nung makita ito ni Uchi. Para malaman nating tama yung sagot, kung 12 yung laman ng jar at kinain ni Uchi ang kalahati, so kaya may kalahati pang natitira. So kinain ni Uchi yung 6, kaya may 6 pa rin natitira. Tama ba? Okay, as we continue, from that 12, nanggaling naman siya sa division ulit, galing sa unknown times, multiplication rather, na nanggaling sa unknown number dito, yung laman ng cookies na makita ni Luli, times the remaining number of cookies na dahil kinain na nga ni Luli yung 1/4. So magkakaroon tayo ng 12 divided by 3/4. Then just like earlier, so magkakaroon tayo ng 12 times 4 over 3 after getting the reciprocal of 3 over 4, then we can use cancellation method para hindi na tayo mag 12 times 4 divided by 3 pa. Since 12 and 3 are both divisible by 3, makakancel yung 12, makakancel yung 3. Yung 12 pag dinivide ng 3 magiging 4, yung 3 pag dinivide ng 3 magiging 1. So basically, ang problem lang natin is 4 times 4, which is 16. So therefore, may 16 pang cookies ang laman ng jar nung makita ito ni Luli. I-check natin. Kung may 16 pang cookies doon sa jar na makita ni Luli at kinain niya yung 1/4, ano ang 1/4 ng 16? So 4, 8, 12, 16. So therefore, nung kinain niya yung 4, kaya 16 minus 4, may 12 pa yung cookies. May 12 cookies pa sa jar nung makita ito ni Uchi. So tama ulit yung ating sagot. Let us continue working backwards. So mula doon naman sa 16, i-divide natin siya ng 2/3. So once again, and then cancellation method, then basically 8 times 3 is 24. So there were 24 cookies in the jar when Skiff found it. Moving forward, so yung 24 naman ang i-divide natin sa 4/5 na magiging 24 times 5 over 4. Once again, cancellation method, and then as simple as 6 times 5 is 30. So there were 30 cookies in the jar when Mama Ambe saw the jar. Nakuha? And then, since subtraction yun, ang reverse niya is addition. So 30 plus 7 is 37, and then therefore, nasagot na natin yung problem. Ano? There were 37 cookies in the jar when Tatay Gary found it. And then, i-check natin. Since Tatay Gary ate 7, so therefore 37 minus 37 is 30. So ano ang 1/5 ng 30? 6. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30. So kung ang kinain ni Mama Ambe ay 1/5 of that, so ang natitirang 4/5 of 30 is 24. Diba? And 24 times 2/3 is 16. And then 16 times 3 over 4 is 12. And 12 times 1/2 is basically 6. That is why, according to the problem, there were only 6 cookies left in the jar after na lahat ng miyembro ng pamilya ni Tatay Gary ay isa-isang kumain doon sa mga cookies na laman nito. Nakuha? So, kung nagkakaroon kayo ng problema, please play and replay the video presentation hanggang sa maintindihan nyo ito. But don't you worry, this video presentation will serve as your initial input because we will still discuss